Trojans. Taking on a team looking for its first win, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Entering play call screen.
And the Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone.
There are 6 categories. There are 3 over. There are 3 categories. 1 Robert Chris.
Here comes the offense on first down.
Yes.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Unloads to the right. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops.
There are 8 categories. You have 15 options.
This cloud falls, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw on that blitz, they had no shot of blocking him. He's able to get him over the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football and college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Just a little bit of ground for the offense.
Sent to over 18 plays. You have 7 options. 4, 3 is selected.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Yeah, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, what a move! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not very much.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Give to the single back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass. It's Raiola. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Option is free step barrier for categories.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
Give cushion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Auction is odd. There are 3 categories. You have 9
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on
Them a little bit with the
suggestions. There are 6 categories. You have 15
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Makes the grab on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hall. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few.
6 categories.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Firing to the right, complete.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it.
Entering base model screen, you have 7 options.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Vertical hook L.
To the air, it's Raiola. Looking left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
He got a hand in there, knocked it away, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. Force the incompletion.
Oh, he missed it. No good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty.
Seam flat.
Looking to move it through the air. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of back to the end zone. It's a touchback. The guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
There are 8 categories. We have 15 options. Each will select
They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quick handoff. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer and boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They'll give it to the back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The back goes in motion. Back to throw, it's Raiola. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Off the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts.
You have 15 options. Verticals wide drag is selected.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Trojans in the hurry.
Short cross.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Back to the air one more time. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Entering play
What a great job by the defense. You got to understand it's physical time, right? They want to run the football, and they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Deep cross.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the 2nd half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 18 to Penn State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. A first down for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the yards with their football? A little ballet moment there. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Entering play call.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. All wideouts, no backs. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
The Huskers will line up to punt it away. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out. So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. Offense in an empty set. He's going to pass. Fires one high and deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Getting some heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
you want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Looking to throw on second down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
He's doing a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Vertical hook L.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Categories.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Entering
Great work
play
on that
call,
scoring drive, just 4 plays.
7 options,
And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25.
There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. HD stretch is selected.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Give to the running back. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On second down, just keeps firing. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 7 options. 5, 4, 2. Return left is selected.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Option is set to wing tight. There are 4 categories. AHD stretch, volume drag, AHD stretch.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They're ripping off chunks of yards. They get it to the 33.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That QB is lucky that ball wasn't picked. You just cannot lob the football, especially when you're throwing it down the middle of the field like that.
Option is set. Empty base flex. There are 10 categories. You have 15 options.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Using the quick game. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll immediately call timeout.
Entering play call. Skip.
Timeout, USC.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They want to throw it. He's right on target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Keep cross.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone.
Entering play call.
Touchdown,
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
It's hard for
You
a
have
defense to
15
have to cover
options.
so much space. When the
Selected.
offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the
Entering
3rd.
play call.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over Army. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
6 categories.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last. And the pass is intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a
Entering
playmaker.
play
Not only
call,
have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
You have 15. T-drive. FK toss verticals.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Keep cross. Keep cross.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Keep cross.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in the coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Husker. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Special teams, you have 7 options. 5-4, return left is selected.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. HD stretch is selected.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. Coming after it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the head, forcing that incompletion.
Option is set. On chase, there are 4 categories. You have 18 options. Spacing switches.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The quick out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
First down here for the offense. Run in the red zone. It's Beard. Fights off the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They'll try to add another to their lead. How in the world
Entering play
did he
call,
miss that?
special teams.
About
you
to
have
kick
7
it away
options.
after scoring the
5-4,
touchdown.
Return left is selected.
USC 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
I-form. Option is set to wing 8, string 9. Option Pro. You have 15 options. Power alert X smoke is selected.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players
Hustle.
can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
What a
Entering
fantastic
play
play there
call.
from the linebacker
Go
position. When you
Huskers.
think about guys like Trev Alberts,
494
Levante David, some of the
flat.
Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot, those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback
That's
when
next.
blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your
Entering
uncovered
play
unit.
call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Formation. Pickle. Over. There are 4 categories.
And
You
here
have
comes the
33
Nebraska
options.
offense
Good
back
vision.
onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive
Vertical
last time,
down.
wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't be able to connect
Entering
downfield,
play call.
looking for a
Number 3
big-time
was
play.
Well, the offense is sending a very clear message. They didn't hit that
Good
play,
vision.
but they've shown they've got the
Vertical
quarterback with the arm talent, and they've got the wide receivers with the speed. They are going to try and take shots and take the top off this
Vertical
defense. So if you're the secondary on defense, you know right now you're going to be in your back pedal, and you're going to be turning and running a lot throughout the course of this game.
And they wrap him up, but not before. He
Entering
gets enough
play
on the
call.
catch for the first
Number
down.
4 cons.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip.
Going downfield for the big play. And they won't make the connection going
Entering
for the big
call.
play.
Over. There are 4
Love the
categories.
coverage on the back end. The
Good vision.
defenders staying
Good
right by
vision.
the receiver and the
Vertical
intended
down.
target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on
Entering
that
play
one.
call. Over.
And that's a
There are
great play
number
by the
6.
defensive end. The best
Number 6,
athletes
Willie.
on the
Edge
field
blitz free.
play defensive end. You can ask
Nickel blitz
anybody.
free.
Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play.
Formation
That's why you
time.
put your
You are
athletes
milk
there.
there. Cover 2 man.
A third and long coming up
Vertical
here.
hook L.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up
Entering
4th
play
down.
call. Coach
Third and long
suggestions.
situations
There
are
6
really hard to convert.
categories.
The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. The official
Entering
says
play
no
call.
good.
Formation. There are
After
8
the missed field
categories.
goal,
There are
fellas,
10
still a
subcategories.
13-point
Options
ball
set to
game.
wing pair. Wing pair. There are 10 categories. You have 15 options. Duo is selected.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too
Entering play
predictable that last
formation.
drive. They
There
got
are
to
8
do something
categories.
here to
There are
get
10
this defense on the
subcategories.
field.
Option is set to
A
wing
negative
pair.
play to
15
open the
plays,
drive.
only
Let's see what
options.
they've got on
One is
2nd and
selected.
14. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
There are 8 categories. You have 8 options. Vertical wide drag is selected.
That's the end of the first
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
They've changed into the field, now facing third down as they go back to work.
Wheel.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
3 key, you have 3 auction from 8. Nick 46. Nick auction is auction 3 stack. There are 4.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense.
Seam flood. Seam flood.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Entering
the offense
play
wastes
call,
no time getting the timeout call.
Cover 4 pawns.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Raiola. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Triple option.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Still looking on the move. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Now, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
He'll try to do it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping me.
Hot routes.
Going up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Touchdown USC. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 2 to Kent State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Cover 1, Robert Chris. Cover 2, Inver.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes...
He's going to let it go. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you've got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in the sudden change situation.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Max, right.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the Trojans pick up the first down.
Entering play.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Inside zone is selected.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Max protect. Max protect. Max protect. Up.
The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. HB leg draw selected.
Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Rolls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
He wants to throw it. It's complete. Touchdown, Trojans! What a catch and run for 6.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 5 options.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. He'll bring it out. It's Hall. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11.
Option is set to free cut with time. 2 to 3 odd. There are 2 categories.
Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense. Down 1 score.
Seam flat.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Caught over the middle. It's Nelson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is ready to give them a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
So much for jumbo sets. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 2.
Vertical hook out.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Lets it fly deep downfield. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Categories. You have 15 options. Verticals are selected.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And still a one-point game here, Jesse, and the offense would like to put something together.
No doubt. Execution is going to be critical here, David, because with a 1-point lead, it just feels like the team that makes the fewest mistakes at this point of the game is going to win.
And it's nice to know that my defense just put a really good stop together, got me the ball back. Now it's go time. 4th quarter, I got to go make this happen.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. He can't take a sack. He can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds, though. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. You get tackled in bounds, the clock keeps ticking.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
Option is 2 to 3 on. There are 2 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 3 lobbies.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The give to the tailback. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They move on top here in the 4th.
Entering play call.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
Cover too hard. Cover too hard. Flat.
2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Vertical hook L. Pass.
Back to throw. It's Raiola. They're working that left side. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. These are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete in the middle. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's open. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Husker. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Seems a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like to keep it in the back of your mind.
Return left is selected.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 2 options. All go as selected.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Quarter 4. Generic list item. Generic list item. Enter. Return to hub. Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. CFB team schedule. Entering team schedule screen. 7. Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, Week 4. Week 5, Week 6, Week 7, Week 8, Week 10, Week 12. Enter scores/schedules. Entering scores/schedule spreadsheet screen. ACC. Away team 7, away team 1036 Tech, away team 3420, away team 85-1 Penn State User League, away team 3424, Big 12, away team 80-0 Oklahoma, away team 60 Arkansas, Big 10, away team 85-1 Penn Sec. Away team 49-0 Kentucky, away team 9-0 Auburn User League. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. Action, CFE teams, top, action, upgrade, recruiting is selected. You have 5 options. Entering overview screen. Top classes. Team rank 3. Team rank 13. Team rank 20. Entering warning pop-up. Are you sure you want? Yes. Entering Dynasty Hub screen.